Welcome back, tennis fans. Another GTL news, and this one dedicated to world number one Iga Swiatek. Of course, we're all keen to see her back on our screens again after a fantastic Roland Garros, a fantastic start to the year, and 35 matches unbeaten for her. She's heading on to grass, which maybe isn't her best surface, but she does look very, very good. And this video is going to be discussing what her schedule is going to be looking like pre-Wimbledon. And I can confirm she won't be playing any grass court events. And here we go. World number one, Iga Swiatek, confirmed Friday. She has withdrawn from next week's grass court WTA event in Berlin to rest her shoulder and be fit for Wimbledon. The shoulder, personally, doesn't seem to be too much of a hindrance for her. I feel it is a pretty handy excuse for her to have, considering she's played a lot of matches and won so many. And I think this is just a very clever and sensible decision from her to rest and prepare for what would be the big event in Wimbledon. I mean, 35 matches already. Can she keep the run going? I know I did call early that she's going to lose to Ostapenko at Wimbledon. I hope in a way that doesn't happen, but let's wait and see. This is what she had to say. She said, due to a recurrent discomfort I'm feeling in my shoulder, unfortunately, I need to withdraw from the Bet1 Open in Berlin. I'm sorry I'll not be able to play there. I will focus on recovery and rest in order to be ready for Wimbledon. And there's another quote here from her saying, just thoughts on recharging before she takes the streak onto the grass of Wimbledon. She said, honestly, not forcing myself to get motivated again and not getting pumped up, just chilling out and not thinking about competition. And I must admit, I really do like this from her. She does come across very well in interviews. I feel very sorry for her with some of the questions she's been asked recently from journalists, especially the ones regarding makeup and all of that other nonsense. She deserves better questions, but I feel she has a great charisma, and the way she answered this one was great. I believe her fully. I know she is someone who is pretty laid back, who's probably not really thinking about the next matches and just looking to have some off time, enjoying her tiramisu and pizza. And I'm sure she will be back. And when she's on the court, she is a real competitor and will give it her all. So watch out, everyone, at Wimbledon. And looking at her odds for Wimbledon, I thought it was quite fascinating. I've got the Wimbledon 2022 ladies outrights here for the event on a UK bookmaker. And Iga, as you'd expect, big favourite, 2.63. Not quite as big as Roland Garros, which makes sense, being a tournament she's not as good in. Although did win the juniors, as Ben always reminds me. Raducanu there, ludicrous, second favourite. Can't quite believe that. Naomi Osaka, I believe she's withdrawn, so I'm unsure why she's still there. Coco Gauff, I can understand. Simona Halep not having the best few weeks with Mouratoglou. We've got Kvitova here, Kontaveit having a struggle. Well, she struggled really this whole year. She was brilliant last year, not been the best year for Kontaveit. And then Bikina, Muguruza, Pliskova. You could say the same about all of these names. And I mean, probably the best value you're going to get is of either, obviously Iga being the main girl and the one who doesn't look like losing, or probably on the next page, looking at the likes of the Ons Jabeurs, even a Maria Sakkari. I mean, them names I would fancy a lot more than some of these. Maybe Anisimova. But another young gun who's also missing a lot of the grass court swing before Wimbledon, and that's Carlos Alcalaz. He said, as you all know, I was super excited to play at Queen's Tennis, but a slight elbow issue means I can't. I hope to be there in 2023. See you all in the UK in a few days. And the reason I brought this one up is because I do find it very fascinating that the two real big prospects, the young guns on tour at the moment, Alcaraz on the men's, Iga on the women's, they're both really taking care of their bodies. They're picking and choosing the events they want to go to. We know Alcalaz, he missed out on Rome to prioritise Roland Garros. It didn't really work out for him in the end, but he come up against a very good Sasha Zverev in the quarterfinals. And with Iga, she did something similar. She skipped Madrid and focused on Rome and then Roland Garros. And look how that served her. I mean, it worked perfectly. And I like that these two players are listening to their bodies. They're taking the required rest they need and putting all of their focus in Wimbledon. And I guess they're taking an example of Novak Djokovic, who's also doing the same thing. He is not playing any warm-up events and going straight into Wimbledon as well. But there you go. Just a quick news, updating you on Iga Swiatek. Of course, I'm sure you're so excited to see her, just like me and Ben are. And we will be covering all of her matches on Game to Love. So make sure, if you haven't already, give us a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you for more news, podcasts, and watch-alongs very soon.